answered the telephone, you could hear fear in the person's voice. It said there has been a large explosion at a local plant.
I thought it was my people in the burn unit making a joke and seeing if they could see what would come out of it.
Every 30 minutes, doctors work through the night to stabilize them.
We know what it's like to take care of one 80% burn, not to mention 20.
There are 3 that are conscious. The other patients are on the ventilator. So
we were seeing people with anywhere from 30 to 90% of their body burned.
Blood is the key to a burn victim's survival.
Burn patients are very resilient. People survive despite the odds.
February 7th, 2008, 50 people were injured in a series of explosions at the Imperial Sugar Refinery in Port Wentworth. 8 died on scene.
I actually received the phone call initially. Immediately contacted Dr. Mullins.
Dr. Fred Mullins with the Joseph M. Still Burn Center in Augusta says he thought it was a joke.
But I learned very quickly that it was real. We got the call, within an hour and a half we were down there on scene.
21 suffered life-threatening burns and were flown from Savannah Memorial to Augusta, where nurse practitioner Beretta Kaufman was waiting.
I was kind of the person on the ground here who coordinated, who said, yes, we're ready for another patient, hold off another 20 minutes.
I think the first patient got here around 11 p.m. and the last patient came in about 6 a.m. The dust ignites. It's a heat explosion. Sort of like if somebody put gasoline on a fire or something and you light it.
7:30 this morning, the first patients were in surgery.
We were seeing people with anywhere from 30 to 90% of their body burned. A lot of the time they burn very, very deeply.
The skin is the largest organ of our body. There's a lot of ramifications that come with the skin being injured. Respiratory failure, kidney failure, bloodstream infections.
6 patients who were flown to Augusta did not survive their injuries. 15 remained resilient.
A lot of these were third-degree burns, so they wouldn't regenerate on its own, so we did. Took a little tiny postage-sized stamp, piece of their good skin, and sent it off, and they grew skin for them and sent it back. That's how a lot of them survived.
From Savannah to Augusta, family, coworkers, and strangers stood by their side.
We are providing clothing for some people because they had to come to Augusta with what they had on their backs. They didn't have time to pack clothing.
Social media wasn't that popular back then, but we were texting, and so we reached out to all of the nursing staff, the anesthesia department, let them know what had happened, and people just started coming in, you know, in their regular clothes. They brought their children to start, you know, stuffing boxes with supplies. It was like a support that I had never really seen before and was an honor to be a part of.
The last patient left the burn center 10 months later.
I do think that the burn patients had the best chance of survival by coming here. We want to be even better prepared for the next disaster. Luckily, we have not seen one in the last 10 years, and hopefully we never will.
What motivates you to do this?
Watching the patient walk out the door.
Almost 10 years after seeing that last burn victim walk out the door.
We have a larger vision, bigger spirit. People want to be a part of the burn center here because of the great things that we do.
Now we're 72 beds, the largest burn center in the United States.
I think it was a defining moment for the burn center. It showed, in all honesty, what we were capable of. For me personally, it was a defining moment in my career. I can tell you right now all 21 names. They stay in my brain. They have never left.
Stassi Olmos, WSAV News 3.